How's it going, guys? This is Danny with Elite Home Repair, and today I'm going to show you the way we would lay out and tile the shower pan. I'm not going to say it's the right way, but it's the way we do it. First, get yourself a piece of paper, cardboard. I have some cardboard right here. I'm going to lay out the dimensions and where the drain's located right here, and then I'll show you what's next. Alright, got my measurements. Let's go outside, grab some tile, and lay this thing out. Alright, we got our tiles. I like to find a nice big flat area, so I'm just going to use the driveway right here. It's nice and flat, and we'll lay out all these tiles. Alright, we got our tile laid out in the basic shape that we need it, just a rectangle. Now, we can get our dimensions, mark out where we got to make cuts at. Get our cuts, mark out for our drain. Now with this one, I'm gonna leave this edge against the wall. That'll be our start, because where I have my cuts at is gonna be over here, and the cuts are gonna be against the shower curb, so you're not gonna be able to see it. But over here, I like you to see the full tile first in the pan. So this one we're not gonna mark. We're going to go off of this side right here for our dimensions. Alright, so I'm using a 6-foot level for a straight edge, but you can use a drywall tee, a long straight edge, a level, whatever you got. We're just using this. It's our first mark. Alright, we got our drain centered up where it needs to be. Just got to outline this square. I'm using a pencil instead of a marker because the tile that we're cutting out, we're going to reuse, and it's going to go around the drain. This is going to be a tile drain, not a grate or a metal grate that you usually see. Alright, so that's the mark for our drain, and I used a pencil because this is kind of a natural stone tile. A marker will stain this, so just remember that. I don't know what type of tile you guys are using, but we're using a natural stone, so pencil won't stain. It'll just come right off when we cut. Don't forget to number the tiles. That way it makes it easier when you're laying it out inside the shower pan. Alright, we got our cubbies cut out. We didn't show you guys that part, but we just cut them out. Got our shower pan cut out and ready to go. Got another couple cubbies over here cut out. So we're going to get some thinset mixed up and start laying this thing down. Alright, we got our thinset mixed up. The one thing I see people do when they're doing a shower pan is they use a 1/4 inch notch trowel, and then when they're pressing down on the tile, they get thinset coming through all these little joints. And with mosaic, that's horrible. It takes forever to clean those out. So we use a V-notch trowel. It's about I think this is a 3/16 or a 16. Nope, it's a 1/4 inch V-notch trowel. It's just worn down, but usually a 3/16 or a 16 will work good. And that's what we use to lay the thinset down, so then when we press firm onto the tile, we don't get the thinset coming through the tile. And I'll show you what I mean right now. Alright, so this is what I mean. This is the V-notch trowel side. This is a 1/4 inch notched trowel side. Now I got a scrap tile, lay it down and just kind of show you when we're pushing firm on it. As you can see, you got all the thinset coming through with the 1/4 notch trowel side, but the 16th, 3/16 V-notch trowel side, it's firm, It's on there and nothing's coming through. So when you're doing this, you don't want to go super light like that, because then you're just building it up and it's going to be thicker. So when you go to push the tiles down, you're going to have a thicker layer of thinset. It's going to come through the tiles like I just showed you. But you don't also want to scrape super hard like that where you're taking most of it away. So there's a fine line. Alright, here's a shower pan all laid down. As you can see, I started on this end, worked my way this way, because this end doesn't have any cuts. This end has the cuts, but they'll be underneath the shower curb. You're not going to be able to see them. We also got the shower cubbies in, or shower niche, whatever you want to call them. Alright, so this was our first video. If you guys want to see more stuff like this, where we kind of tell you how we do things, like I said, we're not saying our way is the right way, but we've done this enough that we know little tips and tricks, stuff that helps. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, drop a comment, subscribe. You know, if you know a better way, let us know. Thanks, guys.